Bob! Howdy hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with Omegawolf.
Hi.
So we're just continuing. So I said I'd mention the ID thing
Yes.
in the last episode. Oh wow, we won! We just ganged up on a UFO. We're just inside of it now. If you... Okay, cool.
Just rip them apart.
Just sitting there. I'm imagining... oh shoot. Did you ever see The Gamers?
I don't think so.
Okay, so in The Gamers, there's it's like a college project basically, where they made like a movie based off of D&D, and there's a scene where like there's this bandit king, and he's like running off into the forest because they defeated all his troops, and they're like, oh man, he's too far away to like hit him with a weapon. And they do the calculations. They're like, oh man, I can only hit him, like the elven archer. It's like, I can only hit him on a 20. And he's like, all right, I'll take the shot. And so he just, like, they do this, like, music for a while, and there's a scene of this, like, elven archer kind of, like, messing with his bow for a little bit, like, getting himself prepared. And then he, like, fires the shot. And it kind of reminded me of that, of just, like, Ness just, like, all right, let me just phase into existence, get my bat ready, and...
Quack!
Yeah, that's the mental image that kind of... I'll have to show you that later, but... anyway, so the ID thing...
we instantly killed two.
Wow. So as many people may know, the Hong Kong protests are going on, where China is being evil and abusing people's human rights, as they do. I won't get too much into that, but...
Because communism.
Because communism. Blizzard, as many people know, is kind of kowtowing. They're kind of...
Give us money.
bootlicking, almost. I think bootlicking would be the most appropriate way to describe that. Basically, they're obeying China.
Doormatting.
They're being a doormat, essentially. And they banned somebody for basically promoting the political movement of Free Hong Kong, which is, if, you know, people in democracies should obviously support, because,
yeah.
you know, letting Hong Kong be their... Wow,
what?
Really? Okay. And
What?
they came down there too. Yeah, anyway, I won't get too much into that. So, in support, because Blizzard was basically being evil as well, I tried to go delete my Blizzard account. And I found out that in order to do that, you have to provide them a photo of your state-issued ID.
Which is
absurd.
It should be only for your employment.
Yeah, that's to
or for government.
That's for government or for employment or something like that, or like for, you know, it's my driver's license. Right.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. It's for proving my identity as I'm there. I'm not going to send that over the internet. That's ridiculous. So
did you know emails can get hacked?
Yeah, absolutely. So the main thing is that so I was telling them, like, look, I chatted into chat support, and I was like, hey, look, I realize that you guys have this requirement. How do I do this without that? Because I have full control of my account. I just want to delete it.
In full sobriety.
In full sobriety. I said that. I made a video of this. So I'll probably put it in the description if I remember. But it's quickly become a very popular video. Just in the past day, it's gotten over 100 views, over 130 views, and that's more than I usually get. So,
ever.
But yeah, basically, I just went through the process of like, okay, why can't I do this? You know, it's all there for everybody to see. So they basically refused me. They said, no, you have to provide your ID. I'm like, look, I didn't provide my ID when I made the account. Why do I have to provide my ID now? They're like, oh, because of hackers. And I almost like went off on a tangent, like, oh, so like you're asserting that I'm a hacker because I want to delete my own account. Like,
I don't see what you can do by deleting somebody's account.
Yeah, because people have made
lose,
purchases.
Like, other than lose that.
Yeah. Well, if you delete the account, basically it's like a 30-day process anyway. It will alert you that the account is deleted. And, you know, they have processes for, like, if the account's been, you know, stolen, essentially. But,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that requirement of providing your ID for deleting the account, I don't have any proof for this, but I would imagine that it's a recent thing because of the because of the backlash they've been getting.
Of the whole debacle.
Right, the whole debacle. They're trying to keep people from actually deleting their accounts. So it's interesting because there's been so much history going on that, or not so, there's been so many things going on that people are having trouble like reporting on it all.
Yeah.
A lot of games journalists are having trouble like keeping up with it. I know there's just in the past couple of days there have been like one YouTuber, Young Yeah, has put out like 5 or 6 videos. This video is not going to be coming out for like a couple of weeks after we're talking about this, so there's going to be even more news. That's for sure.
I only know from what I've seen in the one video I've seen on the topic.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what?
Yeah, and so there were some American collegiate students.
Yeah, I kind of just find the situation, like, everything that people are doing about it kind of funny, but I just find random things funny.
Yeah, it's, I mean, I think the awareness, like the just talking about it is really important.
Yeah.
Which is why even if people are making funny about it, like, I think this is something I heard back in the day. Like, the Mormon Church actually said this: bad press is still good press. Because people are talking about you, essentially.
The word is at least getting out.
The word is getting out, so... and the majority of the time, reasonable people will seek out, like, the actual story. Cool heads will usually prevail, at least in this day and age. Although, you know, anyway, let's not get too political about this, I guess. But yeah, so Blizzard wouldn't let me delete my account unless I provided my state ID, which is ridiculous. Oh, but that's not all. So in the video, I'm like, hey, I would have contacted phone support, but it looked like the option to have you guys call me was deactivated on your website. They then told me the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. That their phone line is only open for 3 hours in the morning.
My thought is that basically it might be that short time because they get such a high call volume. But the thing is, their call volume wouldn't be that high if they had more hours.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I'm not sure if this is an Oregon state law or if this is a federal law, but in Oregon, at least, if a worker comes to work, they have to be scheduled for at least 4 hours.
Yeah.
You cannot schedule any less than 4 hours. How are they getting away with that?
I don't know.
Like, are they having people, like, work on the phones and then go be chat support agents? Which is possible. I mean, when I worked at Xbox, which I can mention now, when I worked at Xbox, I had the chat support agents did need some help. Like, we were short on chat support agents. And so for about a month or so, I was a chat support agent instead of a phone agent. And I was much better being a phone agent than a chat support agent. Because people like my voice more than my actual words. So...
Well, your voice is kind of flat.
Yeah.
And you're rather to the point compared to most people.
But see, if you took my words and you wrote them out, I would sound mad all the time. Like, that's the problem, is when I was doing chat support, I would sound so matter-of-fact and so, you know... But when it's spoken like that, the inflection of it makes it not sound so harsh. So it's... I don't know.
Remember what we just got?
No. Rock candy, maybe? It's something...
Maybe it's a speed capsule.
It has to be one of the last things.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the rock candy.
No, it wasn't the rock candy. I know you don't get it here.
Oh, okay.
Probably spicy jerky or a Sun Guts capsule. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those. Either way, we came all this way just for that.
Yep.
All right, what a detour.
Honestly, I've kind of forgotten the way through.
I don't know what we're doing right now.
Well, I'm trying to get back to the facility.
Oh. Gotcha. Dr. Andonuts.
Yeah. 4 kids, 1 alien, and a whole bunch of cast iron.
What?
Rarity uses frying pan as a weapon.
Oh, gotcha. So, Fluter there, he attacks with his gun, right?
Yes.
And he doesn't need ammunition?
No.
Okay, good. Okay. So that's good.
It's a green gun.
It's green? Ooh, a butterfly.
Just-
You turned around just at the right moment.
no, it's like a spaz turn. It's just like, whoa. I need the butterfly to help with all my PowerPoints.
Oh,
my speech has been really like jerky tonight. Just like I'm stopping for some random reason.
Yeah, sometimes
Get back here.
it knows how to evade. Are we in like a cave?
Yes.
Okay.
We're underneath Stonehenge
Of course.
in both of Russia.
Ah, yes, in Russia, the true place where Stonehenge is. Did he just take... Oh, he exploded.
Yep.
The atomic power robot.
Me just mashing this A button is absolutely necessary to get through all that before Rarty dies.
So, I watched a video...
To all of us.
Yes. So I watched a video today by Loxton and Noggin. Do you know of them?
I think so.
You know, he's actually from Salem.
Huh.
Yeah. The Pokemon YouTuber.
I think you might have actually told me that before.
Yeah, what's funny is he did a video where he like went to Safeway in Salem, like kind of near downtown, and he picked up a bunch of leeks. And he was doing a video about Surfetched. And so he was trying to figure out like how strong leeks are and how they'd be used as a sword. And so he went to Safeway and picked up like a whole truckload of leeks.
Oh my.
And what's funny is I know what Safeway he went to because I could recognize it based off of the parking lot.
You know, I was kind of hoping you were gonna try to say he was gonna bring back like the leek twirl meme. From, what was it, Bleach?
Yeah, the Bleach. Yeah, Orihime, I think is her name.
Maybe.
I think that's her name. I don't remember. I watched like the first 100 episodes of Bleach, and then I was like, eh.
It's an anime.
It is animu. What was I saying? Oh, right. So Longston and Noggin came out with a video today, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. It was one of these days.
I was a child when that came out.
What?
The leek twirl meme.
Oh, really?
I feel old.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have another story I need to tell you about. So the video he came out with was apparently in China, there weren't actually official Pokemon names because they just had the anime that it was translated, but they didn't have the games because there was a law against video games in China. So, like, almost 100 or about 100 Pokemon names got changed. So, like, all the names that people, like, learned, like, about 100 of them changed, including Pikachu.
What?
Yeah, and there was apparently protests about it in China about the changing of the Pokemon names. They changed it to something that sounded less like Pikachu. And eventually they heard the cries of the people and changed it to the American English pronunciation of Pikachu.
I need this
instead.
Dang
of, like, the Cantonese or Mandarin pronunciation. So
that's
apparently there was like a whole thing about like
English is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a whole thing about like Cantonese erasure because basically China has a problem with trying to get everybody to not speak Cantonese. And they're trying to like get rid of people who do, essentially. And so when they did that, they were like, Nintendo, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you're erasing the Cantonese language. That sort of thing. So they're like, let's just change it to the English version of Pikachu. It was an interesting video. It was remarkably informative for one of his videos.
Let's see here.
What was the thing you mentioned before? Oh, right, the feeling old. So, why don't we go ahead and call this episode?
Wait.
And I'll tell you the story in the next one. How does that sound?
I need to get out of here first.
So this
Let me
is
through the door.
This is Frakbox.
This is Omegawolf.
Have a great day.
Stay safe.